Good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Vijender Singh from KLP College, Rewari. Today, we are going to discuss the structure of nucleus. It is the most important and the principal feature that distinguishes eukaryotic from prokaryotic cells. By housing the cell's genome, the nucleus serves both as the repository of genetic information and as the cell's control center. DNA replication, transcription, and RNA processing all take place within the nucleus, with only the final stage of gene expression, that is the translation, localized in the cytoplasm. By separating the genome from cytoplasm, the nuclear envelope allows gene expression to be regulated by mechanisms that are unique to eukaryotes, whereas prokaryotic mRNA are translated while their transcription is still in process. Eukaryotic mRNA undergo several forms of post-transcriptional processing before being transported from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. The presence of a nucleus thus allow gene expression to be regulated by post-transcriptional mechanisms such as alternative splicing. By limiting the access of selected protein to the genetic material, the nuclear envelope also provides novel opportunity for the control of gene expression at the level of transcription. For example, the expression of some eukaryotic gene is controlled by regulated transport of transcription factors from the cytoplasm to the nucleus, a form of transcriptional regulation unavailable in prokaryotes. The separation of genome from the site of mRNA translation thus plays a central role in eukaryotic gene expression. In this way, if we discuss the important functions of the nucleus, first of all, it is the characteristics that distinguish eukaryotic from prokaryotic cells. It is the site where the cell genome is held. It is the site where the DNA or genome is localized and its functions are regulated. That is the replication, transcription, post-transcriptional, and RNA processing that is involving ribosome productions. In this way, it controls the gene expression. Now, we discuss the position and number of the nucleus. Nucleus have different position and different numbers depending upon the size, shape, and structure of the cells. Mostly cells have a single or one nucleus in the cells, but sometimes these have more than one nucleus in the cells. The position of the nucleus, it may be peripheral, that is in case of adipocyte, that is the fat cells, and basal in case of columnar and gland cells. These such type of cells having the nucleus at the base, suspended in central vacuole, that in case of Spirogyra, and it is extrinsic in case of plant cells. If we talk about the number of the nucleus, cells mostly cells are mononucleate, but a few of cells may be anucleate, having no nucleus, and such cells are RBCs of mammals, sieve tubes, elements of the phloem in plant cells. Binucleates cells having two nuclei, and protozoa, that is the ciliates, and flagellates having more than two nuclei. In case of Paramecium, there are two. In case of Giardia, these are two in number. Multinucleate, that is the Opalina, protozoa in the rectum of Anuran, having large number of nuclei. In case of muscle fiber, that is striated muscle fiber, there are large number of nuclei. The epidermis of nematodes having large number of nuclei. In case of bone marrow cells, about 100 nuclei are present per cell. If animal cells having large number of nuclei, then such type of cells is known as syncytial. Now, we are going to talk the shape of nucleus. It may be flattened in case of squamous cells and round in case of cuboidal cells, and columnar in case of columnar it is oval shaped. Bean shaped nucleus is found in case of paramecium, and horseshoe shape in case of verticella. Horseshoe shape, verticella, and it is elongated in case of smooth muscle fiber cells. These nuclei are elongated. Moniliforms in case of ciliate stentor. These are having beads, elongated structure. It may be branched in case of silk spinning cells of insect larva, and two-lobed or three-lobed in case of eosinophil and basophil cells. Many lobed in case of neutrophils, and lens shape in case of amoeba. Now, size of the nucleus, there are mostly monomorphic nuclei in the eukaryotic cells, but sometimes nuclei are dimorphic, and such type of nuclei are known as per their shape, that is macronucleus and micronucleus. These nuclei are found in case of ciliates and macronucleus having trophochromatin, the highly amplified chromatin fiber, which are responsible only to control the metabolic activity of the cells, and the nucleus that having such chromatin, that is known as trophochromatin, and nucleus is known as trophonucleus. The micronucleus is small in size, having the complete genome, and is only responsible to control the reproductive activity of the cells. Now we are going to structure, that is the ultrastructure of nucleus. Nucleus having nuclear envelope, nucleolus, and nuclear shape, and chromatin. Nuclear envelope, it is bimembrane, having space between them, and nucleolus, it is present at periphery of the nucleus, that is the dense, highly dense structure, and nuclear shape, it is the fluid material which is enclosed within the nuclear envelope, and the chromatin, it is the DNA and nucleic histone proteins, and along with another acidic proteins which are linked with chromatins. These are present in the shape of the nucleus. We are going to study the ultrastructure of the nuclear envelope. It is a double membrane bound structure having outer membrane and inner membrane. Between the two membrane, there is a space that is known as perinuclear space. The outer membrane having the presence of ribosomes on their surface, but inner membrane, there is no ribosomes present on the surface. The outer membrane may extend to form the structure of ER, that is the rough ER or smooth ER. That is the space of the nuclear envelope, perinuclear space, may be linked with the space of the smooth ER or rough ER. The nuclear envelope having nuclear pore complex on their surface. At the site of nuclear pore complex, the outer and inner membrane merge with each other, and the space that is the pore is formed between at the site, it having nuclear pore complex. Now, the function of nuclear envelope, it is the main function that it provide a specific environment for the expression of genetic material inside the nucleus. Small molecules may diffuse passively through pore or nuclear envelope, outer or inner membranes. But large size proteins, these may be transcription factors, inhibitor, or regular proteins may enter to the nucleus or exit outside, that is the RNA, ribosomes. These are selective transport. They are transported, imported or exported selectively as per the requirement of the cell or cell metabolism. Now we are going to discuss the structure, a third envelope, which is not phospholipid in nature, which is just present below the inner membrane, that is known as laminin meshwork. It is formed from the laminin protein, which is itself of 60 to 80 kilodalton intermediate protein filaments. This laminin polypeptide having alpha helix and coiled around each other forming dimer, and two dimer again polymerize to form tetramer, and in this way the polymerization continue and formation of the filament, and such filament is present just below the inner membrane forming a meshwork and support the structure of the nucleus. The laminin polypeptide chains having cysteine residue at the C terminal end, and there is prenylation, that is the addition of farnesyl groups to the cysteine amino acids. Initially, there are 3 amino acids at the C terminal end. After prenylation, these 3 amino acids are removed, and then after that there is a methylation take place of the cysteine residue. Such farnesyl group is responsible for the attachment to the inner nuclear membrane. This one, it is the meshwork of the laminin just inner to the nuclear membrane, inner nuclear membrane. It laminin also linked to the inner nuclear membrane via LBR protein and imerin protein, which are present in the inner nuclear membrane. The outer nuclear membrane having ribosomes, and the laminin also linked to the cytoskeleton filament with the help of LINC complex, which is itself form of the KASH, which is present in outer membrane, which is linked to the SUN protein, transmembrane protein, and both protein KAS and SUN jointly forming LINC complex, and in this way cytoskeleton filaments and nucleoplasmic laminin filaments linked to each other. At the site of nuclear pore, there is the nuclear pore complex, which is formed of arrangement of assembly of 8 spokes. These 8 spokes arranged around a central channel. This one central channel. These are 8 spokes. These are arranged around the central channel. Spokes are connected to ring at the nuclear and cytoplasmic phase. It is the nuclear ring. It is cytoplasmic nuclear ring, and it is nucleoplasmic nuclear ring. From cytoplasmic nuclear ring, there is the extensions of specific filaments, and these filaments are free, but in case of nucleoplasmic side, these filaments merge with each other and forming a bucket toward the nuclear phase. These proteins are having more than 120 million Dalton, 30 times the size of the ribosomes, having multiple copies of 30 different proteins, that is nucleoporins. These are nucleoporins. in the central channel having a specific protein which is responsible to control or regulate the exit and entry of the macromolecules, that is the mRNA, ribosomes, or another protein which are responsible to regulate, that is the transcription factor. This one is FGNUP protein which is present in central channel, which only responsible to regulate the exit and entry of the protein molecules or large size macromolecules, that is transcription factors, mRNA, ribosomes, etc. Thanks.